In this video, I'll break down all 17 notable heroes and villains expected to appear in Captain America: Brave New World. This will cover old and new characters alike and dive into each of their connections to the movie. Some will not surprise you, but others surely will. There will likely not only be new characters we haven't seen before on screen, but also characters who will be nostalgic for fans. Let's kick things off with the most obvious hero, Captain America. No, this is not Steve Rogers. The Captain America mantle has officially been taken up by Sam Wilson from the events of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. He's a less powerful Cap, but will face no easier task regardless. Wilson has been in the MCU since Captain America and the Winter Soldier, so he has paid his dues and deserves his bump, despite many thinking Bucky would have made a great Captain America, me included. Next up is Bucky Barnes, or as some still like to call him, the Winter Soldier. He is closely connected to Sam through Steve, and because of the series they did post-Endgame. There were times where he was teased to be the next Captain America, but his past definitely made it easier for the MCU to go with Sam. Bucky's already confirmed for the upcoming movie, and since he and Sam now get along much better than before, they should be fighting closely throughout. A somewhat new character that will be taking a much larger role is Joaquin Torres. He served with Sam in the military and also appeared to be part of the special unit using those Falcon flight packs. As Sam has moved up and become the next Captain America, there's no Falcon. This movie should introduce Torres as Falcon, as it says as much under his character description for the confirmed cast of the movie. Nick Fury could be making his return to the screen after Secret Invasion and The Marvels, but in typical Fury fashion, it might just be for a very brief time. Whether he's organizing things for the mission to the island of Tiamat to get adamantium, or recruiting one of the heroes we'll see later in this video. He's usually not far from the action and always has intel. The first character tying some of the lesser known series and films together will be Elena Bulova, also known as the new Black Widow. She's Nat's younger sister for those who are not as familiar with her. She got a big introduction in the Black Widow movie, appeared in Hawkeye as a hired assassin, and will be a leading member of the Thunderbolts, put together by Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. Elena is a likable character and may not appear for very long as well. She's likely working with Valentina to also see what's up on the island of Tiamat, but separately from the main team. I expect her to oppose them for a short time, give us a bit of info as to what she's doing, and then disappear, only to reappear later next year for Thunderbolts. The next character is Sharon Carter. Her past has gotten her into an interesting place in the MCU. She helped Steve, Sam, and Bucky in Captain America: Civil War, and then had to flee the US because of it, becoming the power broker. She built herself up nicely in that time in the lawless city of Madripoor, only to also get reinstated in a high-ranking position back in the US. She last appeared in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and was seen setting up a way to get a lot of firearms for Madripoor. She's closely connected to Sam and Bucky now, and since adamantium can be weaponized, she will likely have a hand in trying to get a hold of some. There was a lost hero that reappeared in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and his name is Eli Bradley. He has the super soldier serum inside of him, but is now old. Sam did right by him at the end of the series, and people now know who he is. I don't think he'll be picking up the mantle again or even suiting up, but he will be there potentially giving advice and setting up another character rumored to be joining the team in the movie. We'll look at that hero later in the video. Sabra is going to be a brand new character in the MCU, and she has lots of different appearances from the comics, easily tying her to this group of heroes and villains set to appear in Brave New World. She's appeared alongside Hulk on the same side and opposite sides. Sabra also took the side of Iron Man in Civil War. She's a mutant who also works for the Mossad and has run into Super Skrulls. This could tie her to Fury, as maybe the two have already met and he introduces her to the rest of the heroes. With Tiamat and adamantium in the movie, Sabra's connection to the X-Men will surely play a part in bringing these two sides into contact. I've already brought up the name Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, but she has quietly been working in the shadows forming the Thunderbolts. If Yelena is in the movie, Valentina will not be far behind pulling strings. She's also high up in the ranks and last appeared in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. She has her own agenda, and even though she's not considered a villain, she's no hero either. Now that we've gone through a number of heroes and others expected to be in Captain America: Brave New World, it's time for the big villain. Thunderbolt Ross has been involved with the Avengers and the military for a long time, first appearing in The Incredible Hulk, and most recently in Avengers Infinity War. He has always been trying to control superpowered beings, and he has been recast to Harrison Ford. Thunderbolt Ross will become Red Hulk, who will be a very tough task for the heroes without someone who can match his strength. Betty Ross appeared in The Incredible Hulk and is the daughter of Thunderbolt Ross. Betty is normally the love interest of Hulk, but her main focus in Brave New World will be coming back into the MCU picture and dealing with her father, who becomes Red Hulk. There's an opportunity for her to be set up to be more, specifically for the eventual Hulk movie. Samuel Stearns, also known as Leader, will be a part of Captain America as well. Much more of a Hulk villain, it seems like he is also being included because of the tie-in to Thunderbolt Ross and Betty from the past and Hulk in the past and future. He might be less of a presence in this movie and just get him reintroduced to do bigger things in the near future. Captain America's first villain, Red Skull, could also be making a fourth appearance in the MCU. The only characters we know that have come into contact with him are Steve, Bucky, Thanos, Gamora, Hawkeye, and Black Widow. 3 are dead. The old version of Steve isn't returning to the fight, and Hawkeye isn't going to be a part of the movie. So that leaves Bucky to recognize the villain who captured him all the way back in World War II. If Red Skull is included in Captain America Brave New World, it will be interesting to see which version or from what time he comes from, as well as his plans. There could very well be another new character making an appearance in this movie, but this one is a villain. Romulus has now been linked to the movie, and his involvement makes perfect sense. In the comics, he harvested adamantium from the island and can be another connecting piece to introduce some mutants to the MCU. There was a She-Hulk Easter egg where a man with metal claws in Madripoor was mentioned. Many think it's Wolverine because of his upcoming appearance in Deadpool 3, but Romulus also has metal claws and is equally as connected to Madripoor, the lawless city, as Wolverine. He would be a very cool threat for the team to face on the island of Tiamat and Madripoor. While we've already gone over Isaiah Bradley, another Bradley will be taking a larger role very soon. Eli, the grandson, is soon to be set up as Patriot, whether that is in Captain America Brave New World or not. We're assuming steps are at least taken. He was first introduced in Falcon and the Winter Soldier in a couple of scenes with Sam and Bucky, so they are familiar with him. The next hero is someone who has repeatedly been mentioned already, the Hulk. Although he is the weaker version of himself right now, there's good reason to believe that we'll see him go back to the 2 separate personalities to face the upcoming big threats. His involvement in the upcoming Captain America movie would make a lot of sense because of the other characters being brought back. But he is just rumored right now. If anything, he'll likely be a surprise. The final hero is She-Hulk. If Hulk's going to be in the movie, there's a good chance we'll see a little bit of She-Hulk, but nothing significant. She may very well be more powerful than Bruce right now, and her strength could be used to help fend off some of the villains expected to be in the movie. Captain America Brave New World is set to have an impressive cast and hold exciting opportunities for the MCU to get back on track after some questionable decisions. If this movie is anything like Civil War, we're in for a show and a great setup to the near future of the MCU. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.